Hey guys, me Steve. Doing a little video on some gear I just went out and bought for me fishing kind of like hobby. I go fishing, and when you go fishing, buying floats can be very expensive, so I've decided I'm going to make my own ones. Yeah, there's going to be a bit of an outlay buying stuff to make your floats, but eventually it will work out a little bit cheaper. But anyway, I was hoping to use this Dremel Parkside, but I can't find the adapter. So I've got this one here, which I will be using time to time, but it's all cabled. But I'm going to connect that onto a lump of wood and use that as more of a sanding kind of like Dremel. And the other one, I've actually just gone out and bought a new one thinking it was cordless, but it wasn't. It's corded. But I suppose like cord ones are okay because you don't have to keep fucking like looking and hunting for the adapters. So this one I'm going to be doing like for general kind of sanding as well, I suppose. It's just different to the one I've need. Hang on, let me just check this out. So let's just start another. You've got your on and off button at the bottom. Okay, so you ain't got no like push button on and off. Suppose that should be, okay. Yeah, so I've got that one today. It was £21. The reason why I bought that because like when you go out and buying parts, like boxes and stuff like this, you're talking about 15-20 quid, just for a small box. So this actually comes with it. It's a 109-piece accessory utility kit, and that's going to help me to sand down the floats. £21 it cost me, £21.99 actually, and it actually comes with the external adapter as well, so that's handy. Now I have got like one of these sanders, as you know, but this ain't proper like wood. It's not a wood sander. You've got to keep like dipping wood in water so you won't burn it away. And like it's also got one of those, but I'm only going to use that in temporary usage. So yeah, this one £21, and I'll be using that a bit later on today. I just realised that I've got sandpaper here. Just going through the cupboard beside me and sandpaper, and I went out and actually bought some sandpaper as well. And I bought some other items I'm going to quickly show you. My sister's going to go, that's it, buy more rubbish. Well, no, it ain't rubbish, because eventually it's going to save me money. And maybe, if people are interested in some of my floats, I'll swap them for fishing gear or something, or sell them for £1 each or something, Not going to be making shitloads of money anyway. But I'm not saying I'm going to sell anything fishing float wise, but so it goes. So I've got a load of gear here which I need to dig out. So I spent like 50 quid today. This is just like a little mini roll kind of thing. The reason why I bought that is for two reasons. The roller I'm not going to use, that'll be thrown to one side. I'm just going to use this for like mixing up paint. So it's really like a paint mixer tray actually. So these won't actually be used, as I say. They'll be like chucked to one side. Okay, next bit of item I've got was this nice kind of like box if I can open it up, to put all my bits and pieces in. This is the box, it's like double-sided, and this was only like about, I think it's about £8. You know, it's exactly the same on the other side, but this one you can actually take these bits out. So if I've got a very long float, which I've made, that's not going to go in there, so if I take these three out, and there we go, that fits in there perfectly, as long as it's dry before I put it in there. So this was about £6–7 I think. I've actually got the receipt here actually. I'm not too sure if I want to keep that Dremel, or whatever you want to call it. The box was £5.98. No, that's wrong. Yeah, it is. Yeah, £5.98. £5.98. So I need to keep the receipt. The other thing I bought was some more sandpaper. I did not realise I had sandpaper, but it'll come in handy, I suppose. The next thing I bought was some white spirit. Definitely needs white spirit to clean my paint brushes off when I've used them. That will go in the cupboard under the sink later on. And I'll put that in, when I'm cleaning the paint brushes out, I'll put it in the kitchen so the cat won't get it. Some paint brushes, 10-piece paint brush. I'm hoping that these are going to be better than the Poundland ones, because like these were like £3 for a packet. So you know, I can put my paint brushes in this box as well. So while I'm actually talking and doing that, give my coffee back. Shit. I just spilt my coffee, guys. Hold on a minute, I need to go and get some tissue. I've spilt my coffee. Bad stupid thing. Right, let me just clean this up quickly. Just put it there. Move that out of the way. These are the floats I've made so far. That's not one. I need to finish these two off, and there's going to be something else actually added to that later, which I'll show you in a short while. Those are there for now. I'll dump those all over there for now. I'm hoping that this will fit in that box. Being a bigger brush, yeah, if I move that one out, so the brushes can go in there. Move my coffee out of the way this time. So my floats, while I'm in the process of doing them, these ain't actually finished, these are still being done. The floats will go in there, and then the paint brushes. I can open the damn thing. Paint brushes go in that one. So that's the paint brushes. Rubbish can go on the floor for a little bit. Next item I bought, not much left now, is high gloss paint, fluorescent finish. So that is like a glow in the dark kind of spray that costs £10, and I will be doing a video on spraying this on some of my paints later on today, maybe. The other thing I bought was T-Rex High Strength Grab Adhesive paint. Not paint, glue. So and that was like £5.20. So I need to find room to put some of this stuff actually. Okay, so next I bought some more better quality paint brushes. These ones, these were like 90p each. Bought 3 of those ones. These are like 0.5. Probably a bit thicker than I expected, but you know, they might be okay, and 1 each one. At least they want me to get it done a bit quicker. And last but not least, some paint. And the only problem is I've got no way of putting these paints because that's not going to close up like that. But I bought a nice pink colour. It's for like garden sheds, but you know, I can paint it and then varnish it over after. Nice kind of like orangey, pinky kind of colour. And then like a nice red one. I suppose I've got a yellow one of those, but I couldn't find a yellow one at the time, but I will go back up and check them out, see if there's any yellow ones. And these were like £1.49 each. These are like just like tester type kind of things, but that's going to like last me quite a while. You know, it's going to, one of these is probably going to be like 100 floats, maybe more each. So that's the paint I've got. So yeah, I was going to get the green one, but I thought yellow would be a lot more better because I do see yellow in the water a lot clearer. You know, I could have got the green one, but I was going to pay like £10 each per can. And I have actually got some neon face paint coming through. Hopefully that might, you know, kind of work on some of the floats. I don't know, but being like it's not waterproof, the one I've ordered off eBay, I'm not sure if it's going to work. You know, if I put it on a piece of like cane, like so for instance, and then like varnish it over, I don't know if that's going to affect the fluorescent paint. And I don't even know if this is waterproof either, this one, so I'm going to have to check to see if this is waterproof or not. If it ain't, then I'm kind of screwed. It's £10 down the drain. But you know, you learn by your mistakes. You know, I could always use this for something else maybe later on. Go and do some graffiti or something. Not that, no, I wouldn't do that. So I don't get fucking arrested for like vandalism. And that's it really, guys. You know, I thought I'd go out and buy those little bits and pieces to help me with my fishing float building. I actually found this on the street last night. It's like a little backpack rucksack thing for a tent, but it's got a hole in it. And I used that to bring it home, and I thought I was going to lose half my gear because there was a hole at the bottom, but lucky I didn't lose it. The other stuff I've got, I'm going to quickly show you what I use for making floats, yacht varnish. Got this one through yesterday, clear varnish. It takes like 30 minutes to dry. So what I normally do, I put that one on first, let it dry off, and then I put this one on, which takes like 12 hours to bloody dry. You know, I did look for other kind of like varnishes, but there's like asking 10, 15, 20 pound, £10 for a small tin like this over there, and these are only like £4 or £5 off eBay anyway. So I need to look for some other kind of varnish. Paints, I've had these paints for like, you know, when I was doing my art class, thanks to the guys who helped me to pay some of the costs towards the art class, I bought these and never used them until just recently. And I've been using them to make some of the floats. We're using enamel and mixing up the enamel with, you know, this kind of stuff, and it's been okay. So, you know, I don't even know what I've done with that. No, it is. No, that's the wrong one. So what do I do with the other tray? Here it is. So in this box here, which I'm going to be sorting out and putting over here, and like just moving stuff around, I've got like my thread, got my little tins of enamel paint, which are these ones. I can't get 3 in there at a time. So I've got 2 red, 1 orange. And you see most of the floats I've made orange because like red is a kind of like a little bit of a problem for me to see at night time or during the daytime even, you know, when my eyes are. Blades, which will go on that side. Super glue, little pen knife, will go there. More paint brushes. My fishing tips. Yellow, orange, and plain wood. Little plastic bands, tube of super glue, and a little fishing kind of like tips. Then I've got me fish eyes and me little safety pins where you can use as light fish eyes as well. All you got to do is snip the top off, and then you can reuse the rest of it as a fish eye. So I need to sort that out. That's got to go underneath. So I don't have nowhere else to put them. So these will go in here. I've got like some bigger ones as well, which I use for larger floats. And I'll sort that out a bit later on. Okay, I've got like, I don't know where I'm going. Might be. Got barbecue skewers, which can be used towards float making as well. So one goes in there. Yep, good. That goes in perfectly. Now I am actually looking for bird feathers, guys. I think Christopher Mole said that he's asked his local farmer to keep an eye out for any bird feathers, you know, good ones, quill ones. If anyone else can help me out, get some quill feathers from either like geese, ducks, what's those other ones? Swan feathers. What else was there? geese, ducks, swans, those weird birds, ones with the big shiny kind of like feathers, multicolour ones. I can't remember what they're called now. But he's going to keep an eye out for like feathers for me, and I'll be hopefully making some more quill feather floats later, because I'm running out of those ones, and they're pretty good to use actually. The other kind of stuff I've got is like these little kind of like paints, green and red one. This one here is another red one, but it's got like glittery stuff on it. Another red paint here, and these are from like, you know, the old what's the name, art class I've done. Never really used them. Glad I kept them. This one I bought the other day actually with these two. So, you know, it's just more like mucking around and trying to get the colour scheme right. I'm not going to be using red that much, but I will be using green, orange and yellow a lot more on my floats. I've got this kind of like forensic Florenzo glow in the dark float paint. I've not really used it in a long time, and I don't know if it's like still valid to use. It's like very solid inside, but it's got like some kind of water base in it still. So I don't know if I need to keep shaking it up. But I did use it on one of my floats yesterday, and I don't know if it came out any good or not. Another brush on the floor. I just realised I've got some of these, or one of these. It's like a diamond ruling files. So I might be able to use some of that for like my floats. And also, it's kind of like a Stanley knife. But you know, I'm going to be making a lot more floats for myself. That's the main thing I bought them for. I've got some green sticks as well, which should fit in there as well. To green, you know, green base ones should be okay. They're the same kind of thing, barbecue sticks, but you know, painted green. They cost me like £1. They cost me £1. You get like 60 of those and 130 of those, you know, kind of thing. Where I'm going to put these ones, I don't know. I might have to hang them somewhere. But yeah, that's all I've got, guys. Well, I'll share that little bit of info. Actually, I wonder if that's in here. Yeah, there's the one that I kind of put the red kind of like glow on it, but I don't know if it's going to work. It's kind of gone like dry and lumpy. But I'll leave that out and see if I can get some of that little bit of daylight to it and see if it kind of like illuminates. But I'm definitely after some illuminated paint, guys. You know anyone, or know somewhere where I can get some illuminated paint where I can like make floats from, I'll be grateful. I know they sell it on eBay, but it's kind of expensive. It's got to be like a water base kind of like illuminated paint. I have to put that there. So the thing is, I ain't got a lot of room in here now. I will be doing more videos later. I'll move that out of the way. That paintbrush is a bit too big, that's the only problem. See if I didn't have that paintbrush there. I could have that. But then I've got two more paintbrushes in here which are a little bit too big. see. It's getting dark here already, guys. There we go. So that's me gear for me fishing making stuff. Pair of scissors. Going now, I suppose. Paint, I don't know where I'm going to put the paint yet. But I've just got like a little box. I'll just like kind of cut open. And when I do the glow paint ones, I'm going to have something like holding the paintbrush up. Something like that. And then I'm going to spray it inside. Probably at an angle. You know, I could do it that way, but and that way it'll have to be smaller floats. You know, like these. These are the ones I won't be spraying, these ones, but I'm going to have to find something to stick them on. Probably this box, like so. Kind of expensive paint, so I don't want to be wasting too much. I think that quite stinks, I tell you, for one thing. So you know, I need to do it so that I'm not spending too much of that paint on float, because it is going to cost a lot of money by doing that. And then what I'm going to have to do is just like bring it out and wipe some of that. Like so. And hopefully it'll just drip down. Might have to give that another coat later actually, but that should glow in the dark later, once it's got like, you know, a lot of sunlight to it. I don't know how long it'll last for. If it's being used during the daytime and suddenly, like, you know, also being used at night, it should kind of like have enough light on there for a good 2 or 3 hours hopefully. So anyway, that's my fishing gear. I need to find somewhere to put the paint, so that's the only problem. Can't put them on the windowsill because the cat's got the fucking room. I've just cleaned over there a little bit on this side here for me diamond saw. So we'll probably cut some of the cane and the reed and the willow with the diamond saw. Saving me using this on the table all the time. Yeah, I'm going to be trying some of this paint out later on. You know, I'm going to make some more floats. I know I've got a lot here that still needs varnishing. Some of them are already varnished, some of them ain't. I need to, like, you know, do a second coat. And the varnish I'm actually using more is the where is it? You know, is the dark one. Dark yacht, yeah, well, dark yacht one. But what I've been doing, some of them I put like this one on first, which is like a satin clear varnish. It takes 30 minutes before you can actually like touch dry it, you know, and then after I put a coat of this one on, which takes like 12 hours or so to actually dry, and I just leave that drying overnight. I need to make something so I can have my floats hanging, and you know, I'll probably use this box and just like make a cane and have some like little hooks or something, and have them kind of like hanging downwards through the eye like so. But I won't actually paint any of these if I can help it first. Well, actually I'm going to have to paint it. I'm going to have to make the float and paint them all, and then kind of like varnish them after, I suppose, and any kind of like varnish drips down, it drips down. That's just how it goes. I am going to be watching a few more videos on YouTube on people making their own floats. I'm actually thinking of doing some maybe later, although I'm not really keen in it, but I might make some fly fishing hooks as well later on. And you know, I'm not going to buy a fly fishing rod, but I will probably just like get some hooks, which well, I've already ordered the hooks and some material, and I'm just going to go and look for some feathers and bits and pieces like that, and just like muck around and try to make my own little fly time to time, and try that on just a normal general floating rod. Should work. So anyway, that's it guys. I hope the video has been interesting to you. If not, tough cookies. But if you can, if anyone knows where you can get hold of some feathers for me, I'll be very grateful. I will pay you towards the cost of the postage, but the feathers got to be free. You know, feathers are free anyway. You know, just all you got to do is like, not saying do it, but go and chase a bird and maybe like it might flap a few feathers out and you just go and pick them up. But they've got to be, you know, good sized ones, quill ones, you know, from that size up to about that size. So I know one person's already asked a farmer to keep an eye out for any feathers, which is great. This is another float I've made, a larger one. I need to varnish it now, and what I'm going to do is kind of get a bit of paper, wrap that around, and spray that with the actual yellow fluorescent paint, and the only problem is the box ain't big enough. The box is not big enough, guys, so I need to probably do it another way, because I ain't going to work. Maybe I'll stick that in there, it's not going to work, that's just going to go flying across the TV screen, and I don't want to be spraying my bloody TV screen. So the only other way I might be able to do it is you close this down, and somehow get that wedged up like so. Actually, they ain't turned out too bad. Let me try doing that one quickly. Alright, oh, I need to get some masks. Top bit's not done properly. There we go, bit too much, but it's got a little bubble on it. That looks cool like that actually. I think I'll keep that like that. All I need now is another bit of tissue and just wipe around the edge there. But I can see that the bottom still hasn't been done properly. All I've got to do is stick that in there and let it dry off. Oh, that's already dried, that one. So we're going to check those out later, I suppose, see if they are kind of like glowy. I don't think I need to put any varnish on them, because if I do, it might stop the light, making it like glow in the dark. But I need to get some masks. That's another thing I need to buy. Anyway, cheers for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't, then tough cookies. And I'll be doing some more videos on YouTube maybe during the week. But I will be doing some more floats later on. And those will probably be stuck on my YouTube channel and then shared to my Facebook later. I did find a cork. That's another thing I'm looking for, guys. If you have any spare corks, you know, when you go and buy a bottle of wine, can you try and save some corks for us? Because then I can try and make some cork size, like, you know, I'm going to probably cut that in half and then like grind it down to a small kind of like knob thing. But I'm looking for some corks, so if anyone's got any corks and they can save them for me and send them to me, again, I'll be grateful. I can only pay the postage cost. So yeah, you know, if you're a wine drinker, you know, some people collect corks, some people don't, they just like throw them away. But if you have got any that you don't want, I'll be grateful for any you can send me, and I can use them towards making some more floats. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later. Bye.